The Prophet has said that if a man sees a tyrannical ruler transgressing against Allah and the Prophet and oppressing people but does nothing by word or action to change the situation, then it will be just for Allah to place him where he deservingly belongs. At Qasr Bani Maqatila, Imam said to his son, "We all walk towards death, but death of this kind will transform into the glory of martyrdom." At this place, Imam Hussain is said to send out as his messenger Qais ibn Musahhar towards Kufa for final confirmation of treachery on account of the Kufis. Qais was imprisoned and killed.
First, everything that we live in our life, God has a complete knowledge of, without a shadow of doubt. We know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have this knowledge because He is the all-knowing. We notice in the story of Prophet Khidr and Prophet Musa, that Prophet Khidr tells Prophet Musa, for you to have knowledge of the unseen, you first need to have the willingness to take it. Second, you need to have the patience to bear it. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave Imam Hussain through the Prophet, gave him knowledge of what would happen in Karbala, it was only because Imam Hussain had reached such a level that he had the patience that was looking more at death being a bridge than death being the end. So Imam Hussain was given knowledge of the unseen because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knew he could handle that sacred responsibility. He knew he had to go to Karbala, but it did not mean that he did not approach Karbala with a manner of service to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, when people say it was predestined, yes, but something being predestined, when Allah gives you knowledge of it, the only reason He'd give you knowledge before it happens was because He knows you can handle the knowledge, number one. Number two, when Prophet Mohammad taught us to cry, it's because you cry for three reasons. You cry either because you've recognized something as a happy occasion. They're known as tears of joy. You cry when it's a sad occasion. So they're tears of sadness. Third reason the human cries is when he hears the truth. Whenever you hear the truth, you cry. For example, in the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah 5, verse 83, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to the Christians where He says, وَإِذَا سَمِعُوا مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَى الرَّسُولِ تَرَى أَعْيُنَهُمْ تَفِيضُ مِنَ الدَّمْعِ مِمَّا عَرَفُوا مِنَ الْحَقِّ. He says, when they hear what has come down to our Prophet Muhammad, you see their eyes overflow with tears. The reason is because they recognize that Muhammad is haqq, and they recognize his message is haqq. They recognize he is the truth and his message is the truth. Therefore you cry when you hear the truth. Rasulullah, if he thought crying was bad, he would never have narrated to us what the Quran narrates about Nabi Yaqub crying for Nabi Yusuf. Nor would he have told us that there is a year called the year of grief for when Khadija and when Abu Talib died. Or no, he would not have told us to cry for Hamza. When he said there's no one to cry, I want a group of people to cry for Hamza. And we find the hadith of Ahl al-Bayt where they tell us فَعَلَى مِثْلَ الْحُسَيْنِ فَلْيَبْكِ الْبَاكُونَ. For someone like Hussein, those who cry should cry. فَإِنَّهُ يَحَطُّ الذُّنُوبَ الْعَظَامِ. For it purifies even the worst of sins. So in the crying for Imam al-Hussein, you keep the heart beating. Because as Imam says, إِنَّ لِقَتْلِ الْحُسَيْنِ حَرَارَةٌ فِي قُلُوبِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ لَا تَبْرُدُ أَبَدًا. In the killing of Imam al-Hussein, in the martyrdom of Imam Hussein, there is a heat in the heart of the Muslim that will never subside.
At this point, it is said that Imam Hussein's caravan sighted the new crescent, marking the beginning of the new Islamic year. Zainab, the sister of Imam Hussain, said, "As the moon appeared, it felt as if everything around us was mourning."
Imam Hussain alayhi salam, knowing that he was going to be killed, is concerning his imamate knowledge. But according to the people, he has to act with what are the reasons tell him to. Right. Second of all, Imam Hussain alayhi salam did not take his family so they can be killed and tortured with him. Imam Hussain alayhi salam took his family because each one of his family had a role to apply. So every single person of us, after that, he would reflect on Karbala, saying, right, what? Let's say, for example, Imam Hussain alayhi salam died when he martyred at the age of what? 63, right? So a 63 years old man can say, I still have a chance to make a difference in the world. Not die, basically, because our religion is a religion of peace. It's not a religion of battles, and it's not a religion of war. It's a religion of peace. So if I need to reflect on, if I need to make a difference, I can. Imam Hussain did it at the age of 63. I'm still done. And the hadith that says, Al-Hassan wal-Hussein are the chiefs of the youth of the paradise. Meaning what? Imam Hussain died as a youth too. Right? So even at 63 can reflect on that. Sayyid Zainab alayhi salam. You know what his role? It's the role that us Muslims we should take to and right nowadays. It's the media. Women do not battle in Islam unless it's a very, very, very unique situation. So Lady Zainab alayhi salam, her role was to reflect whatever happened in Ashura and spread it around. It was the media, and it's the woman's role. That's why Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, see subhanallah how they explain each other, tells her Lady Zainab, يعني عمتي زينب أنت عالمة غير معلمة. Means you are knowledgeable without being taught.
At a point, his horse stopped. Imam Hussain inquired from the people of this place. And some said Nineveh, some said Moria, but someone from the gathering of a local tribe said, O grandson of the Prophet, this is Karbala, the land of sorrow and calamity. As Imam heard this, he ordered the tents to be erected near the river Euphrates. He called out, O my dear companions, this shall be our resting place. Imam Hussain and some companions rode to the nearest tribe of Bani Asad. O women and children of Asad, if your men fear to dig up our graves, walk by our dead bodies and cover us with sand.
Absolutely, the event of Karbala, I think, is one of the main events of history which give us the light that how can we recognize right versus wrong. Imam Hussain was right. What is the proof? That after 1400 years, throughout the Muslim world, nobody even wants to give his son's name as Yazid, and everybody wants to give his son's name as Hussain. Nobody remembers who was Yazid, but everybody remembers who was Hussain, who is Hussain, alhamdulillah, Imam alayhi salam. And at the same time, Imam Hussain segregated right versus wrong by standing up against the batil, against wrong, and he gave his life, he gave his family's life to show that in order to defend haqq, if your life has to go, then so be it. And that is the destiny of a Muslim, to sacrifice their life for the sake of Allah, for the defense of his for religion of Islam. And that's what Imam Hussain identified, that what is right, what is wrong. The wrong died, and haqq prevailed. Until now, Imam Hussain is alive for us, because Quran tells us, وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتٌ بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ وَلَكِنْ لَا تَشْعُرُونَ. Those who die for the sake of Allah, in the cause of Allah, don't even call them dead. They are alive, but you cannot comprehend their life. So Imam Hussain is still alive for us, because he was a martyr. And the people who murdered him, who killed him, they are dead, because nobody wants to talk about him. And Allah wants to talk about the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.